him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-magob, it's time for the only news that matters, and Eric Singer has kept relatively quiet while former member Ace Frehley and Peter Criss ripped the group's current lineups for being half of a Kiss cover band in recent months. But in a new interview, he responded quite sharply, pointing out that neither Criss or Frehley had a problem playing alongside replacement members wearing the group's original makeup while they were still on the Kiss payroll. He said, "This is something that I noticed that nobody seems to point out." Right there. That's funny he says that, because that shows you how pissed off he is being a scab member. Nobody seems to remember this. When I came in to play with the makeup in 2001, Ace was in the band and had no problem with me playing with Peter's makeup while he went on stage and made that Kiss money. In fact, he loved it. He didn't want Peter back in the band. And then go forward the next year when Ace decided to leave. When we fast forward, all of a sudden they bring Peter back and got Tommy Thayer playing guitar with Ace's makeup on. And all of a sudden, no one minded it was Ace's makeup design. Peter had no problem, did he? Throughout the interview, Singer maintained a highly balanced perspective of all the fuss that has been kicking up in the world of Kiss lately. He says, "This is just music. It's not solving the problems of the world. You know? It actually is bringing a lot of problems to the world of Kiss tards. But let's keep going. This is just music. It's not saving the problems of the world. You know, most important thing is, I tell everyone, look around you. If you had a kid, look at your kid. Look at her smiling. Love and look at your family. That's life. That's what's really important. Not what some band does." Alright. You know, this whole thing is funny because he is right. He's 100% right. You know, Ace played with Eric Singer. Peter played with, Tommy Thayer. So he is right about that. But here's the clincher part, is that the people that, including Eric, and Eric's in a way trying to say this, that, the whole world is wrong when it comes to Scab Kiss. Because, after all, Ace Frehley was okay with it when he played with Cheater Criss, and Peter Criss was fine with it when he played with fake Frehley. So, I don't care. I've had this argument over and over again with my videos and on social media when people say, try to use examples of the band members to prove that you're wrong. But I'm not wrong. I don't have to agree with Peter Criss and Ace Frehley because they were okay with playing with people like that. Look, not to get too graphic, but there was a girl that wrote a book about Ace, and then that last girlfriend he had, they both mirrored the same thing in the book, and that girl before that was with Ace, they both said that Ace likes things stuck up his butt, alright? So hey, people have there's nothing wrong with that if he wants to do that, but you see, here's the thing. I don't like anything stuck up my butt. Ace does. Doesn't mean I have to, right? You Kiss tards always try to blame, because, Ace and Peter did this, therefore it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. People say, people tell me all the time, stop goofing on Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. Stop calling them fake Frehley and the copycat Cheater Criss. Stop doing that, because they're good guys and, And I'm like, yeah, they're good guys. I'm sure they're nice guys and all, but you know what? they're a bitch. Sorry. Scab kiss. Bitch. That's my opinion. Agree or disagree. Doesn't even matter in the end because you are going to end up saying that they're not a bitch and I am going to end up saying they are a bitch. And for also the other arguments that kisstards love bringing up is that, oh, if they don't do it, somebody else will. And I'm like, well, that somebody else will be a scab bitch. And then the other tards that say, oh, like if you wouldn't do it for the money, you'd get in that makeup. All right, let's say hypothetically, I would. All right? Hey, they want me to be Cheater Criss or Fake Frehley. Okay. Let's say I do it. You know what that means when I do it? That I'm a scab bitch. Now, this came after an interview that Ace did where on the Decibel Geek podcast, which is my favorite podcast other than my podcast, Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, Decibel Geek rules with Eric and Aaron. Eric? Did I just say Eric? I mean Sizzler, man. Criss and Aaron. Love them. Anyway, so they had Ace Frehley on the show. And during the interview, Ace says, you know, Eric Singer liked me so much, you know, that I'm sure that he likes me and not Tommy. He actually said this. That, yeah, he doesn't like Tommy, but he likes me. The craziness, I mean, really? I mean, just by the circumstances alone, I couldn't see him like Ace more than Tommy in the band. Because number one, Tommy gets ridiculed a lot for being fake Frehley, Frank and Ace, dressed up like Ace. Who can identify with that backlash Tommy gets more than the copycat cheater Criss? He's got to sympathize with Tommy for, you know, Tommy getting goofed on for what they are. I mean, they did it for the money. All right? They're scab bitches. That's all to it. Hey, you may love them and all. Hey, I liked Monster a lot. I did like the album, but I don't like them live. And it's mainly really because of Paul Stanley's voice. And Tommy's plays a little too clean. There's none of that adventure guitar playing that Ace was cool with back in the Kiss days. You know, I mean, Tommy's just too precise. It's too, you know, it's sterile to me. And Eric Singer, awesome drummer, but, you know, on that End of the Road tour, he dumbed down his drumming a lot. So, you know, Gene and Paul can keep up with him because they're up there in age. And yes, I saw the Monster Tour and I thought it was terrible. I was like, I'm never seeing Kiss again. And I was offered 2 times tickets to see the End of the Road tour, and I refused both times, man. And I'm happy I did because, number one, my friends told me it sucked. And number two, I know it would suck. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, Paul using tapes or not using tapes, it's just lame to me. I just find the whole Kiss thing so lame. It went out like a thud for me. All right? You know how Gene and Paul are always like, oh, we're going to go out on top and this and that. No, man, you guys fell off the cliff like over a decade ago. You know, before your End of the Road bullshit farewell tour part 2. It was terrible since Sonic Boom. It's been disgraceful, and I couldn't pay to see Kiss anymore or even go see it for free. I was done. Unfortunately, I did see some of those scab shows for free, but still, that last one, that Monster show was so bad that seriously, I was like, that's it. That is it. Even for free, this was not worth it. But hey, there's many of you cool people that loved End of the Road. You had a good time, you went, and I'm happy for you all. I respect you all. If you like it, that's your thing, man. It's just not mine, you know? That's all. I'm not right when it comes to you, and you're not right when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? If you do know what I'm saying, leave it in the comments below about this whole thing with, you know, the hypocrisy of Ace and Peter and boneheads that are kiss-tards or kiss-twats. I like calling them kiss-twats more. And hey, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and ring that little notification bell. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.